Time to roast myself, compositionally.
I'm gonna tell you that I love you 100 times a day.
So on this channel, I've made a lot of tier list videos and top 10 videos of other people's marimba solos, but I haven't made one of myself. In a couple of weeks, I'm going to be playing a concert in San Jose with my original music, which is this one, Together. You can check it out if you're in the area, the Bay Area. The Bay Area. Now, that got me thinking, because I am playing a program fully of my pieces, which I've never done before. Usually I play other people's stuff as well. What if I roast my pieces? I really like reflective practice on this channel. You've seen I've roasted a lot of my old recital videos, and I decided the best way to do this would be to make a tier list. So here's the tier list, and you can see it's basically all of my pieces with the Edition Switzer covers. On the left hand side we've got Masterpiece, Banger, Decent, Meh, and Just Awful. So that's what a popular marimba professor told me 4 years ago. So I'm hoping I never have to put anything in that category, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so first piece is Dream. Okay, so Dream is my 2 mallet solo for 4.3 octave marimba. Still my only 2 mallet solo to date, but I'm planning to write some more next year. Wow, look at my hair. I like this piece. I like it. It's actually pretty simple. Oof, with the arpeggiation and everything. Yeah, I don't mind this piece at all. I'll just skip ahead to the harder part. I don't know if I would put Dream in the masterpiece category, just because I don't feel like it reflects me as much anymore. That's why I didn't pick to put it in the program that I'm doing upcoming in this concert. So I would say it's decent. It's decent. Okay. Like, it's a really good expression of 2 mallet playing, and I would like to experiment with that category a bit more, but it doesn't make me go like wow when I hear it anymore like it used to. Maybe I'm just getting old. Next one, Flying Colors. Okay. This one, I think I already know which category I'm going to put this in, but let's just give it a listen. Wow, I'm so skinny in this video. I actually really like this piece. I really like this piece. Oh, that was the wrong note. This piece was like the first time I actually tried to write things that are like a bit more experimental. Like this groove thing, it's like a very J-poppy sort of feel. I still see a lot of videos of people playing this all the time. In fact, I just got a video recently from Cherry and Arthur over in Hong Kong. They were just playing this, and I was just like, wow, this piece is literally like evergreen. It's so great, and I've taught my students it as well from their request. I didn't tell them to learn it. They were just like, we really want to learn this piece. I really like this piece. I'm gonna say masterpiece. It's like quirky and fun, and it's very different to all my other pieces, which is good because, you know, variety is the spice of life. Hope. Oh, okay. Hope is an interesting one. So Hope is for 4.3 octave marimba. Yeah, Hope is really good because it's like simple, like super simple. Can teach you a lot about voicing. I look so different. This was only 2 years ago, and I look so different. I'd say Hope is by far the simplest marimba solo I've ever written, period. Like, it's so easy. The climax of the piece is like easy enough for people if they're not confident with octaves and stuff like that. There's no complicated techniques. But yeah, okay, admittedly, I felt a lot of things when I used to play Hope. I felt like very connected to it. Now, not so much. I feel like it's a little bit too simple for me. So I will say it's, well, like, I might put it here in Decent, but I almost might put it in Meh. I'll tell you why I'm going to put it into Meh. I'm going to put it into Meh because it's really good as a learning tool, and it's a really good precursor to my style of music, but I don't rate it that highly anymore. Moving on to Little Things. Little Things. Wow, that's a piece I haven't heard in a long time. Okay, so Little Things was a piece I wrote for the pandemic, back when everybody was in lockdown. You could learn this piece really quickly and easily, and it's really short. I really like this bit, actually. Dun 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 dun. You know what's really funny? I think with this piece, I was actually planning to make it longer, but I had a very short time to write this piece. Like, I only wrote it in like a week or something. And I wish I could have expanded it a bit more. It feels like this piece is a bit lacking. It's like over very quickly. But I guess if you're looking for something really short to play, that you can learn and queue up remotely like this ending is terrible. I don't like the ending to this piece. It's just like so random. Nah, it's like super random. I'm not a fan of the ending. The ideas in that middle progression are really pretty. I really like it and I wish I could have expanded more. I'm gonna say meh. It's alright. If I was not me, I would learn that piece just because that middle progression is sick. It's so sick. Okay, next up, we got Lotus. Okay, Lotus. I don't even need to listen to this. Lotus. Lotus, I've been learning it for this upcoming concert again, relearning it, and it's so fun to play. Yeah, keep in mind, this is me from like 2018. You can see my playing is like really small compared to what it's like now. Lotus has 44k views, wow. I phrase this very differently now when I play it now. I slow down a little bit too much in this recording. But I can't believe I wrote this like so early on when I didn't really know that much about Marimba. I love the split octaves. I love this piece. It's so good. I really like this part. And the scale. Like this is like my least linear piece of all of my pieces. I'm just gonna keep listening. But the part that's coming up, this part here, yeah, this part is very unique to this piece. I don't have any other piece that has this like repeating progression thing. I love it. It's great. I feel like I really used laterals much more in this piece than in any of my other pieces. Also, I float the melody on top. A lot of people play this metrically when they play it for solo and ensemble and stuff like that. Dun 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 dun. Boom. Do 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 do. Dong. Yeah. Da da da. Ba 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 ba. This is like proper like Chopin sounding section right here. I think it's probably the best solo I've written to date. Like still. Meet Again. Okay, following up Lotus with Meet Again. That's a tough one. So I actually wrote these two pieces in the same year. Yeah, I wrote this for my percussion friends Carissa and Joelle. You guys have seen Carissa on the channel many times. Wow, Carissa looks so young here. Joelle, I haven't seen Joelle play in ages. It's okay. I've played this piece. I played it for Marimba Fest 2021 with Carissa, and I thought it was. It's okay. It's like very much me finding my way of how to write for duos because I'd never written a duo in my life before. So it's a lot of block chords and a lot of like very typical writing. Also, this is the UWA percussion room. I haven't been back here in ages. Okay, I'll skip ahead. It's just a very straight piece. It's very straight. Yeah. This run is like interesting, but it's so straight. Like because I wasn't confident in writing more complicated rhythms. I will say, when I did play this piece once, it did make me feel very emotional. I think in Marimba Fest 2021, I was having a lot of like stress during that week, and this piece really did it for me. So it is good. Is it better than Hope and Little Things though? No. I think it's about the same. I'm gonna say it's meh. I think maybe just because I've outgrown it. Like, it's still a good piece. I would almost put it in decent, but just because it's very straight and I'm gonna say meh. And I'm gonna put Hope up into decent. Okay. Just because I think it's better than Meet Again. Wow, I'm being really harsh to my pieces. Moon. Oh, this is a tough one. Because on one hand, I really like Moon, and it's my most famous piece to date. You can see on the YouTube, it's got 100k views. 100k views, jeez. Okay, well, thanks for watching my piece, I guess. Wow, the iconic intro. And there's so much hissing because I set the levels too low. Look how skinny I am. I had like literally no definition in my upper body back then. Okay, there is something very good about Moon in that the melody is like really Chinese sounding, and it sounds very much like my upbringing and, you know, being surrounded by traditional Chinese folk songs and all about going to like Mid-Autumn Festival, celebrating, you know, mooncakes and all that kind of stuff. This piece represents it really well, so I will give it extra points for that. It is very humdrum though. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, yeah, dun. Dun, 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 dun. It's got a kind of a groove to it almost, which is very interesting considering it's supposed to be spacious and stuff. But I also play it very straight in this recording. I do like this octave section because it sounds like a pipa, like a pipa or guzheng, like the Chinese instrument. I'll say for this piece, it is. I kind of want to put it in banger because it's like so iconic and because the melody is actually really good. I'm gonna say banger. It's not quite masterpiece because it doesn't have that interesting element. Like Lotus is really interesting compositionally to me. Moon is a little bit more standard, but the melody is unique. Okay, next one, Path. Woo! Path, the one that started it all. Okay, let's have a listen. Okay, 2017 Adam, back when the studio had only just been around for less than a year. And there was like barely anything in here. Whereas like now there's like so much stuff in my studio. I'm so skinny. Look at me. I'm so skinny. I do like this piece a lot. It means a lot to me also because I wrote it for personal reasons and a lot of my greatest memories have come with this piece. Compositionally, it's also unique to my other pieces because it uses this triplet thing, 3 against 2. This part here that's coming up is my favorite part of Path. I play it much faster now if I perform this. This is really slow. Dun, 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 dun. I screwed that up in the recording, but yeah, this part I really like it, and then I like it when you add the octaves. This part. This piece is good. I will say this piece is good. This part is the hardest part. I've only ever gotten it 100% right live, like twice, ever. Wow, it's like so harsh with those mallets, but I'm gonna say banger. Yeah! Why am I not saying it's a masterpiece? Because it's just a lot of techniques missing because it was my first one, but it does mean a lot to me. It's very special, similar to Moon, so I'll say it's a banger. It's a banger. Skyward. Okay, Skyward is one of my most slept on pieces. I think it might be my least popular piece because it's for 5-octave marimba. Totally understandable. But compositionally, Skyward's actually one of the more complicated pieces that I've written. I don't even know if I can still play this. I haven't played it in ages. Come to think of it, I haven't written another 5-octave piece since Skyward. It's because like nobody wants 5-octave pieces. Yeah, I think compositionally, Skyward actually explores a lot of areas that none of my other pieces explore. And it really uses the whole marimba. Yeah, I think Skyward reminds me of like a piano solo. It's like, it could be like a romantic piano solo because it's got so much texture in it. And it's so complicated. I can't even believe I wrote this. And then the waltzy part, which is sort of based on Lotus. Yeah, this is like Lotus's B thing. Dun 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 dun. Oh, I love this part. Oh, do I say this is a masterpiece? Oh. This is good. This part with the triple lateral part was a bit of a cop out. I think I just ran out of ideas. Dun, boom, boom, boom. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, that's sick. That's actually sick. Eyes. See, this is 2019 me. Nowadays, I can play so much more explosively than this. Imagine if I played this now. I've seen some really good renditions of this too by some of you guys too. Boom. With the Puccini chord. Puccini? What's the name of the triplet chord thing? It's a piano thing. Da 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 dun, da 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 dun, da 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 dun, dun 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 dun, dun 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 dun, dun 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 dun. Oh man. Okay, you know what? Masterpiece. Masterpiece, because it's so much, like it's so much volume. None of my other pieces have that much volume, so it's just awesome. There's just so many different things to explore. I can't even play that piece anymore. Alright, Sunflower. Sunflower has become really popular recently. Wow, I filmed this one in 24 frames per second. Of all my fourth and third mallet solos, I think the Sunflower melody is like the most like warmest. It's like the nicest sounding one, but it's also very difficult. Yeah, because of the cross rhythm. Yeah, and the floating dun, dun, dun. Yeah. And then I did a cop out and I went to naturals. I like the climax of Sunflower the best of all my pieces. This part sounds really good, and this was also during a difficult part of my life. So I wrote this piece. Nice. I like this piece. I like this piece. It's a banger. It doesn't reach masterpiece because it has the same similar structure to Moon and Lotus and my other font, even Hope, like very similar structure. So in terms of originality, it's not necessarily the most original, but it has that really nice E major sound, and it has that like floating octaves chords thing, which I think is really cool. Sword Shield. Okay, Sword Shield, one of my more recent ones, the duo with Freya and Aaron Wheatley that I wrote for them. My first ever commissioned duo. If anyone ever wants to commission me, you know where to find me. Sword Shield is like the harder version of Flying Colors. It's much harder than Flying Colors, but it's also a lot straighter than Flying Colors. I'm actually playing this in my friend Maddie's recital as well. Maddie is having a recital in December, and I'm gonna be playing this marimba part. And I played it at Marimba Fest actually with Maddie too, so yeah, it's gonna be so fun. But this piece is also just a lot of fun to play. The one vibe is squeaking so much in this recording. We figured out why it was squeaking after, but Inspiration for this piece was actually Sword Art Online, the anime. Oh, this is so good! I've forgotten how good this piece is. Yeah, so these fast runs make the vibe part really difficult. It is really difficult. But it's short, so if you're looking for something to open your recital, close it, it's a really great piece for that. Oh, I love this piece. This is the first time I wrote for other people. Like, I wrote for people other than myself. I've heard all I need to hear. It's just, yeah, masterpiece. Right up there with Flying Colors. It's so good. It's so good. Okay, you know what? Now that I'm reviewing the state of the tier list right now, I'm gonna say Skyward is gonna go down, actually. Banger. Yeah! Just because I don't think it made me feel the same way as Sword Shield. Whew, Sword Shield. Sword Shield. Okay, we're on our last three now, which are all recent releases together. Okay, together, I actually think it's a really strong compulsory work type piece, one that showcases all of the skills required for marimba. A lot of people, when they hear Together's main part, the climax, they think it's a 5-octave solo, but it's not. It's not. Okay, so this is my most advanced style. You can see, like, this is me currently now, filming on this camera with my signature mallets. This is the most recent version of me. Oh, my playing is like so much better than those old videos. It's crazy how far you can go within the space of like 4 years. Yeah, I like this better than Hope. And the 7/7 chord thing that I did, that's like the first time I've ever done that. I love my 7th chords. The waltz thing, which is first time ever in any 4.3 solo. This part, I'm really happy about, because it's like the similar style to Puff, but it's actually like, it's like less wire than Puff, but it's a lot more changes than Puff. And I really like playing this. I'm gonna play this for the concert, obviously, because it's called Together, but... And then this part here, the overhand thing. The cross-hand roll. First time I've ever done it. This thing right here. I don't think it's a masterpiece. It doesn't make me feel as excited as these three, but it is a very good piece. Definitely better than Hope and Dream. So I'm gonna say banger. Well, it's better than Hope and Dream, but is it as good as these? Yes, I think so. I think Together is a bang. I think Together is a bang. Violet. Okay, let's have a listen to Violet. So Violet is the first ever, and still to this day, the only vibraphone solo I've ever written. Let's have a listen. Yeah. Can't believe we recorded this at the end of last year, and it's already been like almost a whole year since this video. So fast. So aside from the fact that it's for vibraphone, these runs are all very typical of my style. You know, I had the one vibe in my studio for like a month and a bit, and I still didn't feel all that attracted to having a vibraphone in my studio. It's just not an instrument that resonates with me like marimba does. But anyway, let's keep listening. I have this in every one of my pieces almost. Like, it's definitely in Skyward, it's definitely in Lotus. Yeah, it's pretty funny. It's one of my like signature lines. Okay, now flex. I like it. I wouldn't say it's a masterpiece, definitely not. Banger, no. It's a little bit too straightforward to be a banger. Decent, yeah, I'd say it's decent. Okay. Just because, yeah, it doesn't like light my world on fire, but I definitely wanted to try writing a vibraphone piece, so I'm gonna put it as decent. It's not meh, because it's definitely better than these two. Okay, last one. We Are Heroes. This is looking pretty good. I haven't had to put anything in the just awful category. Phew. We Are Heroes is one of my favorite pieces of all time. It's like anime OST mix cinematic. Ah, it's so epic. Yeah. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna let this play for a while. I hate that run so much, but I get it. Bluebird. Bluebird. For those who know, Bluebird. Boom, boom. I love this part so much. I was like, I must have a hi-hat sizzle. I must have it. And I must have a rim click. Oh, Jet. Oh, Jet, let's go. Ah, it's so good. It's so good. Yeah, the transition between the 4, 4, 6, 8 things as well, it's just sick. It's sick. I haven't actually seen anyone else play this piece other than me. Like, no one's uploaded videos of this because, yeah, it's a lot of instrumentation. Oh, and then this drum part. Okay, gonna just hold that thought for a second. I want to show you this one in case you haven't seen it. This is the one we did at Marimba Fest this year, which is the same piece but for 6 people. So you can see there's a vibraphone line, there's a Glock line. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. The hi-hat part sounds so much better with the 6 instruments and the vibes part as well. I re-scored it to have this many drummers instead of... Yeah! Ha! So! I can't wait to play this again in 1 week. absolutely crazy. So I think you already know what I'm going to say for this one. Absolute masterpiece. Absolute masterpiece. That is so great. It's my favorite piece of all the ensemble pieces that I've ever written. Definitely like 100% the best. We Are Heroes, like so slept on. If you have a friend who has a 5-octave marimba and you've got a drum set player, I highly recommend it. I'm going to release the sextet arrangement soon. We Are Heroes together as one, because I love that piece so much. Okay, so let's have a look at the tier list now. We've got in the meh category, Little Things That Meet Again. Yep, that sounds about right. Decent, we've got Dream, Hope, Violet. I might even put Dream nah, Dream's alright. Hope is definitely just decent, no higher than decent. Violet, yeah, no higher than decent. Bangers, Moon, yeah, Moon's pretty good. Moon is like verging on decent now, but yeah, I'll put it in banger, that's fine. Path, definitely banger, just because it's so iconic. Sunflower, yeah, I think it's banger. Skyward, yeah, there's a lot going on in Skyward, so I say banger. Together, banger, definitely. It's a 4.3 solo that doesn't sound like a 4.3 solo. Masterpieces, Flying Colors. So good. Lotus, my favorite solo I've ever written to date. It's just, I think nothing I've written has topped Lotus so far. Sword Shield, yeah, basically like Flying Colors on steroids. It is really good. And We Are Heroes. Masterpieces. I love these pieces. Anyway, let me know down in the comments below what you would put on the tier list. You can also use the link in the description to try making your own tier list out of my pieces. This is all my pieces up to this date, which is 2022. I'm going to be releasing new pieces in 2023, so if you don't want to miss out on any of them, hit that red subscribe button below to keep up with my uploads. As always, you can listen to all of these pieces on your favorite streaming platforms, and you can download the sheet music for them at adamtanpercussion.com/download. And if you enjoyed today's video, please give me a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching today's episode of me roasting my own compositions. Who knows, maybe next year I'll do this again and there will be things in that just awful category. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week for another episode of The Studio. Good night.
파란 하늘에 핑크빛 구름 네 손에 날개 줄 chocolate I'm feeling so good 눈에 보이는